Ahsoka pleaded. Kawani wasn't sure how to process what was transpiring before her, and was subsequently lost for words to respond. Sabine, catching her hesitation, lowered her Westar slowly. Do we take prisoners? She asked with a hint of sarcasm. Zeb simply looked her way with a shrug of his shoulders. We don't have time for this. Explain quickly. Hera's voice sounded off behind them, and Kawani and Sabine whirled in surprise. Kawani was shocked that she hadn't even heard her footfalls. The features of her green complexion locked into a serious expression. The troopers continued walking toward a point 2 meters from the collected rebels, the remaining two motioning to remove their helmets. Kawani got a good look at the cropped dark hair and pasty white complexion of the initial trooper, a look of genuine concern and fear rooted deep within his brown eyes. The subsequent troopers held the same look as their helmets were removed. A dark, smooth-skinned female and light brown-complected male, all human, eyes wide. And what of the remaining bucketheads within? Hera asked in return, waving her Blurg 1120 in a non-threatening fashion. The trooper's expression softened, Kawani sensing a slim flow of the Force tracing its way toward him from where she stood. His eyes glossed over as his head tilted forward. The dark-skinned woman raised her hands to shield her face as she dropped to her knees, the brown-skinned man casting his head off to the side and skyward as he drew his arms to his hips. All three troopers seeming to forget their immediate predicament and surrendering entirely to outright emotion. Kawani could feel the approach of Ahsoka joining the assemblage without having to turn her gaze, feeling her hand on her left shoulder. Slinging a rifle over her other shoulder, she reached to depressurize her helmet and waited for the internal chime before removing it. Kawani turned slightly. They assassinated them, didn't they?